Hey everybody, welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour. I'm your host, John the Bod, aka the Bod Father, with my lovely co-host,
Krystal.
We're bringing you guys awesome interviews, and today it is an honor and privilege to have Mr. Keith Wallen on the line. He is one of the guitarists and vocalists of Breaking Benjamin, one of my favorite bands. And the cool thing about this is he is from Beckley, West Virginia, and my co-host, if you don't know by now, Krystal, is also from Beckley, West Virginia. So, what a coincidence there. So we're going to be talking to Keith about his new EP that's out right now called Allies. So, Keith, how's it going, my man?
It's going great. Thanks for having me.
So let's jump right into this. What's impressed you the most about making the EP Allies? What's caught your eye about it, if anything, man?
Well, it's actually been out a while. It was kind of something I started before I even got involved with Breaking Benjamin. I'd always just been in rock bands my whole career, and I love it. I love that. But I just kind of, I don't know, I was fiddling around one day in the home studio and just kind of started writing these piano songs. And I don't know, I just figured I would release an EP, and it kind of turned into a whole kind of thing. So I don't know, it's been fun. And I've got some really good feedback and reactions from people that have heard it. And so it's really fun.
And the cool part about this,
there's
folks,
a bird out here going crazy. I'm outside and there's a bird going crazy.
That's fine.
I hope you guys can't hear that.
No, you're fine. No big deal. And the cool part about this, folks, is when you see and hear Keith play with Breaking Benjamin, this is totally something way different than Breaking Benjamin and what he's did with this EP, which is really damn cool, because I'm going to give you a little bit of praise here, my friend, because you did an awesome job with Chris Isaac's Wicked Game on this.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. That was a fun one.
What was your experience like producing this EP yourself?
You know, I'm kind of new to the whole production game. It's always kind of a work in progress. And, you know, from friends and other producers that I know, it's one of those things you never really stop learning. So I was really in the kind of the beginning stages of kind of, you know, getting my own kind of recording program and trying to experiment with sounds and tones and everything. And it was great. You know, it's amazing to just kind of wake up and start with nothing. And, you know, by the end of the day or by the end of the week, when, you know, you put some time into stuff, you kind of get some stuff recorded and you have something tangible, kind of, you know, the creation that you've listened to. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's, you know, I'm definitely working on it, working on trying to get better at that. You know, there's so many great producers out there. There's so many great just masters of it, and really, really just great at what they do. And so I'm still kind of learning, but this one, it was kind of pretty simple, you know, with the piano thing. I didn't have too many bells and whistles, too many sounds, too many you know, there's no drums, I don't think, really. I guess on the Wicked Game cover, there's, you know, kind of a drum kind of sound there, but nothing really too crazy. So I kept it pretty simple, you know, so I didn't, you know, it was kind of like, well, I'm not really great at getting a good drum sound, so I'll just leave it off. So,
yeah.
But working on new material now, some new solo stuff, and, you know, I'm slowly getting better at drums and getting it sounding right. So there's going to be drums on the next one, I believe.
Nice. Do you like this part of the music factor, man? Do you like to do it yourself, producing wise, and just whenever you had the time just to do it your own?
You know, yes and no. I mean, obviously, gosh, the expertise of other people is something that I really I envy. You know, I wish I knew how to do it better. But it's nice to be able to do it myself, and just there's no one else to kind of rely on or wait on or you know, plus it's just, you know, it's a lot more cost effective to just be able to do it yourself and not have to pay somebody to do it. But, you know, there's some talented people out there. I just need someone to just show me how to do it, and then I'll be good.
How much growth musically do you feel like you've gone through up to making this EP?
Man, that's an interesting question. I mean, I think you're always just kind of growing and learning and evolving and just kind of changing. You know, I never really want to, you know, I'll write a song, and the next song I work on after that, I don't want it to be like the one before it. So you're always constantly trying to reinvent yourself. And I don't know, I don't want to become stagnant or predictable or anything else. You know, you always want to change it up and keep it exciting, I guess, you know.
Keith, what made you want to go the EP route instead of just doing a full-length album, possibly?
That's all the songs I had. And I didn't really, I was too impatient. I was too impatient to work on, 5 more songs. And, right then it was kind of right when, Breaking Benjamin was getting kind of fired back up again. So, I had the 5 songs done, and I figured I'd just throw it out there.
Now, you said you're working on new stuff right now. Is that going to be a full length, or is this going to be another EP possibly?
Yeah, I want to put a full length out this time. There's no real, I don't know when it's going to be finished. There's no real timetable. I'm kind of really just taking my time and working on it whenever I have a chance to. And, plus when we're on tour and stuff, I'll pull out the laptop and tinker away at it a little bit. But yeah, working on a new one. I think I have maybe 3 or 4 songs close to being finished, and start working on some more, and hopefully that'll be able to be released sometime in the next few years. I don't want to make it too soon, because then it puts pressure on me.
Well, sure.
What is your writing process like?
Boy, that's a good question. It's kind of different. Sometimes I would say for the most part, I start with music first. I kind of just come up with some chords, and I'll just sing just kind of a little melody over it. And then once I have something that I think's cool and that I like, I kind of plug in lyrics and plug in kind of syllables and stuff that kind of fits there. But I mean, other times there's, I'll have like a certain phrase or some words or something, and I'll kind of just build a whole concept and a song kind of around it. But those are the ones where, I don't know, those seem to come a little easier. But it's all very challenging. Obviously, if it was easy to write a good song, everybody would do it. I don't think I've done it yet, but I'm trying.
What do you hope the fans take away from this EP once they start to listen to this, Keith? What do you hope they get from it?
I don't know. That's one thing that's been kind of fun, or that was really fun about the EP, was the fact that I wasn't trying to write for something per se. Obviously you want fans and you want, people to like it and your peers to like it and everything. But, I really enjoyed not having the pressure of just, trying to write a typical, active rock song or anything like that. I kind of just did what I wanted and kind of followed what I was feeling at the time. And so that was fun.
What can fans expect at one of your shows?
At a Keith Wallen show or a Breaking Benjamin show?
Keith Wallen.
Well, I've only played 2, and that was I guess it was a couple weekends ago, or this past weekend. I don't know. What can they expect? I don't know. I guess me trying very hard to sing the best I can. I don't know. Hopefully a good time. Hopefully, laid back vibe.
Since we're in the digital era of recording and putting albums out and stuff, do you like this era that we're in right now? Especially because, you just did this EP and did it yourself, but do you like this part that we're in right now?
It's strange, because, when I was a kid, there was, tapes and CDs, and then I'd say, I guess a decade ago that everyone's kind of started veering away from CDs even, and I thought that was crazy. I was like, what? I couldn't believe Best Buy in stores like that were kind of scaling back CDs and everything. And now it's getting to the point where it's just almost all digital. It's all just internet, based. And obviously music's more accessible. If you're plugged in, you got a computer and a smartphone and everything, you can access it easier, I think. But, it's just so wide open. It's just so wide open. I don't know if people are getting compensated, I think, for their art as much as they would like, or as much as, it used to be done back in the day. So I think that's tough. I think songwriters and stuff kind of get a little bit of a raw deal, because a lot of their work is just kind of just being put out and just, I don't know, not for a lot of money. So, but at the same time, it gets out there and it's more accessible. So it's a tough call. Pros and cons either way, for sure.
I agree with that. What do you feel like you bring to the table for music that's unique?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. Probably nothing much. Probably not much. I guess maybe my voice sounds different than other people. Who knows? I don't know. You know, I try to write the best songs I can and perform them the best I can. And, you know, as far as what I bring and what's individual about that, I mean, that's all up to the listener, whatever they feel they like. So I don't know.
Man, what made you want to become a musician? What was that spark for you that said, that's what I want to do right there?
You know, I guess I was in junior high. My best friend at the time got a guitar. He started playing guitar, and I'd go over there and hang out. I was like, man, I need to learn how to play guitar too, so we can like jam. So eventually I did, and he showed me how to play a couple things, and, you know, we started playing and singing and stuff, and it was just fun. And then, you know, eventually we got a drummer and a couple other buddies, you know, a drummer and a guy to play bass, and it was fun to just kind of jam around with your friends. And it was just like, wow, imagine doing this and this just be your like career and you actually getting paid to do this. You know, it was just fun. So I think that's when I really kind of got the first desire to do it. You know, realistically, you're kind of thinking in your head, man, it's probably a long shot, but you know, you never really kind of give up hope. But I think probably a few years later in high school and at the end of high school and into college is when I was just really just like, you know, I went to college, but the whole time I was there, I'm thinking music the whole time. You know, I'm the guy that would like set up meetings with his professors just to say, hey, I just want to see so I can graduate and go play music. So I guess that's when I really kind of started taking it really seriously, thinking about you just going for it when I was in college.
Yeah.
Is there any particular show or moment that stands out to you throughout your music career?
Yeah. This past summer, Breaking Benjamin, we were on tour with Disturbed, and we played the legendary Red Rocks out in Denver.
Nice.
And man, it was just incredible. The whole day I just was walking around that place just in awe. There's this little secret staircase that goes from the soundboard, like kind of halfway kind of up the step, maybe like a third up the steps. There's the soundboard there, and there's a kind of a back door, and it goes into this tunnel, and it goes underneath the seats and goes into the backstage. But all through this hallway and through these steps, there's all these signatures from all the artists that have like played there over the years. I mean, it was everybody. I mean, everybody you can think of. And it was just cool to kind of walk through there and just kind of be a part of that history. And, you know, I mean, Jimi Hendrix has played there. I mean, so many legends, and it was incredible. It was the most memorable show I've ever had. You know, can't wait to top it, hopefully. But I don't know. I don't know if that's possible. That was pretty sweet.
Speaking of Breaking Benjamin, are you guys working on anything right now or no?
Yes, we are actually. We are working on album number 6.
Nice.
And it's going great. Don't know when that's going to be done. Don't know when it's going to be released. Don't know when the first single is going to be released. Don't know any of that information, but it's definitely getting closer to being completed. And, you know, we're all excited about it. You know, over this past little bit, you know, we've been recording here and there, and, man, we're just excited. We're excited to get it done and get out there and play. So it's gonna be a fun summer.
I just like to say of your guys' music and especially yours, thank you for what you guys have done. Krystal, you want to add anything?
Just the same. I appreciate what you do.
Oh man, you guys are great, and you know, thank you for having me, and we really appreciate you guys and all your support.
Keith, my friend, how can folks stay in touch with you, buy your album that's out right now, well, EP that's out right now, plus everything you do? How can you do that?
Well, I have a website. It's keithwallen.com, and we have breakingbenjamin.com. You know, we're all on social media. We're all on Twitter and Instagram, and we're on that tweeter and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, that's probably the best way. And then other than that, just come see a show and wave at us.
Before I let you go, good sir, will you care to do a promo for the show?
Sure. Hey, this is Keith Wallen from Breaking Benjamin, and you're listening to BODS Mayhem Hour.
Everybody stick around. We got some great music coming up, and you only hear these interviews right here on BODS Mayhem Hour and Uber City Radio from my lovely co-host,
Krystal.
We'll see you next week. Thank you so much, Keith.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.